That's so f***ed up.
Welcome, I am Joe the Psychologist, and these are the movies that me up. In this episode, I am going to be discussing the 1977 film from David Lynch, Eraserhead. There was a reason I knew I saw this movie and didn't want to see it again, and then when I watched it for this, got to the part, I remember why I didn't want to watch this again. This movie is a cult classic that is beloved by many and hated by some. I'm not gonna lie, as I was watching the movie, you know, you're probably watching it too and you did the, how high am I? Or did I accidentally take some acid because you were like watching the movie going, what the fuck? Fun fact, if you're a fan of Twin Peaks, Eraserhead was David Lynch's first movie, in case you did not know that. I know I'm gonna have to watch the movie again because I know there's some social commentaries that I should have picked up on there, especially about the whole industrial revolution, I guess, but this was much later. However, I'm probably gonna have to watch it again. You know, the movie itself, the style that Lynch shot it, it gave it for a fantasy feel, and a lot of times going, is this even real? At the start of the movie, we are shown the man and the planet, and then we are shown Henry with his head kind of sideways, and when he opens up his mouth, hey kids, I learned a new word. If they said it in school, it did not retain, but a spermatozoon came out of his mouth. What is that? Well, that's the clinical word for sperm. So there you go. You learned something new, and learning is half the battle. G.I. Joe, wrong show. Anyways, Henry is a printer who is on vacation and lives in a really, really small apartment. Well, he goes to meet his girlfriend who had disappeared for a while. I'll tell you why soon. Anyways, he goes in and meets this family. This was one of the weirdest family I've seen. And honestly, listen, Henry, when Mary started convulsing and mom had to comb her hair to calm down, red flag. Dinner, when mom starts like, I don't even know what she was doing, I would have booked it. Love is not that good for you to stay around this crazy family. I'm not even gonna start on the dad. Anyways, well then we learn that Mary had given birth to a baby, and that's why she had disappeared. She even said it's not even a baby, but I'll get to that soon. The family tells Henry that he's got to get married because in order for them to get the baby from the hospital, they have to be married. They all move into David's little apartment, which is why you start seeing, basically, for me, the movie was the mental decay of these two individuals in this really small, depressing apartment with this baby. I mean, like, Mary had it. Mary just said, fuck it. She had a bag already packed under that fucking bed and she took off, told him to watch the baby. Well, he didn't do much of that watching the baby and he just kept going crazy. I mean, there was the lady in the radiator who, I don't even know what that looked like. She was doing this little dance and the spermatozoons were falling from the sky that she was at first trying to dodge, and then she started stepping on them. And upon rewatching, I realized that that was sperm that was shooting out of those. What? Fun fact, for all you readers out there, the influence for Eraserhead came from Frank Kafka's The Metamorphoses and Nikolai Gogol's The Nose. Well, let's get to this. Why you are here for the movies that me up. I'm gonna need a shot for this. It was still a baby.
Not the baby!
You see, the baby was not normal looking. I mean, I know it's a baby, it's ugly. I mean, it was ugly, it was slimy.
Here he is.
Oh, yeah! Like, there was just something really wrong with it because I realized that the baby was actually a spermatozoon. I fucking love that word. When I first saw this movie years ago, the whole Mandela effect that it had on me was, I didn't remember that the baby looked like this. I actually remembered it looking like a baby, which is probably why my brain said, let's not watch this movie again. You see, the baby started to get sick. It started to get all these sores on its face, neck. When it opened the mouth, you saw these sores. I mean, it did not look good. And it's not really swaddled. It's kind of like wrapped, which makes you wonder, something's not right about this. The baby starts making this gasping and like crackling when it's breathing. And Henry then goes to a drawer and he grabs a pair of scissors. And I went, oh shit, I think something's not about to happen. Because again, it'd been a while that I'd seen this movie. And when we got to it, I said, that's it. That's the reason I didn't want to watch this movie again. Because Henry takes the scissors and then starts cutting into the bandages, starting from the bottom and going up. As he's doing this, the baby is crying in pain. And then when he finally gets to the top of the bandages and it just opens up, you see the inside of the baby. It had no skin. I don't think it had bones either, because all you basically saw were internal organs. There's no arms, there's no legs. It's just basically the area that holds all the organs in that was being bandaged. Like, it was just a lot, because you start feeling bad for the baby that is crying now in pain as its organs are basically exposed. And this is when Henry takes the scissors and stabs to what I imagine was the baby's heart. And then you watch the baby slowly die, like to the point that the blood is basically, he's gagging on his blood, spits it out, like convulses. It was like the saddest shit. Yes, I know that it was a baby sperm, but again, it was a baby. I mean, as if the movie already wasn't weird enough, it just continued to take on a weirder turn. I'm not gonna tell you about it. Watch this movie. Again, it's called a cult classic for a reason. It is David Lynch's first movie. When you saw this movie, you should have known that his shit was gonna be all kind of fucked up. But still, do yourself the favor and check it out. Yes, I said I probably wouldn't watch it again. Would watch it again just for the social stuff, even though I kind of complain about that. If you did not see the movie, sorry that I ruined it for you. This was an absolutely weird and trippy film, and I fucking loved it, I'm not gonna lie. The performance by Jack Nance was awesome. The cinematography from David Lynch, I got it. It's fucking beautiful. It is currently available to stream on Max. So until next time, ta-ta for now.
Oh, you are sick.